وجوههم في النار يقولون يا ليتنا أطعنا الله وأطعنا الرسولا وقالوا ربنا إنا أطعنا سادتنا وكبراءنا فأضلونا السبيلا ربنا آتهم ضعفين من العذاب والعنهم لعنا كبيرا يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تكونوا كالذين آذوا موسى فبرأه الله مما قالوا وكان عند الله وجيها يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما جهولا ليعذب الله المنافقين والمنافقات والمشركين والمشركات ويتوب الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات وكان الله غفورا رحيما صدق الله العظيم
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम दिवे राज्येगा इज्जत रईसुल जमहूरिया अंबिका वलुं मैडम साजिदा मोहम्मद सिहत बेह वजीर अब्दुल्ला नाजिम इब्राहिम दुनेगे सिहत जामिया वगुतिगतुन राज्य खंडालुवा फवा मंदूब मिस पेडन यूनिसेफुन दिवे राज्य खंडालुवा फवा मंदूब डॉक्टर एडवर्ड अडाई सिही वज़ारा के इसवेरिंग दौलत के वज़ारा तकुन रस्मियात वडान तेबेवी एम हाइज़तरी अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू कुरियंग वे फर्स्ट सहरगे नेशनल मेंटल हेल्थ स्ट्रेटेजिक एक्शन प्लान इफ्तिताह कुर्म बेवे रस्मियात वडान तेबेवी एम हा बेफुलना मरहबा दन्नवा नफ्सानी सेहत के इंसाना के दुलहकमा इज्तिमाई एब्बावंतकमा गांव के कुरियरुम के एंग असास फायते दे आहर्तक नफ्सानी सेहतंग हेलुन तेरकंग इतुर कुर्मा हिदमत फुला कुर्मगा मानहुरी कुरियरुन तक लिप्फा वाकम फाहग कुरंग एगोतो मिरे मी इफ्तिताह कुरेवे कुरियंग वे फर्स्ट आहरुगे नेशनल मेंटल हेल्थ स्ट्रेटेजिक एक्शन प्लान की नफ्सानी सेहत के हिदमत तंग हरदना कुर्मा फरवागे कंकम फुला कुर्म गे इतुरुंग नफ्सानी दुलहकं कुरियरुमायकु राज्यगे नफ्सानी सेहत के निज़ाम इतुरंग हरदना कुर्मा कुरेवे मकसदगा इफ्तिताह कुरेवे प्लान रस्मियात फेशुमगे गोतुंग गुरान के वाविदालो देवी अलगारी मोहम्मद रियाज नेशनल मेंटल हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट के फरातंग अलगंड आयशत फरजाना रस्मियात कुरियत दाने गो दन्नवालाना First on the agenda, I would like to request the WHO Acting Country Representative to the Maldives, Ms. Payden, to share her remarks. WHO Acting Country Representative to the Maldives, Ms. Payden.
First Lady of Maldives, Her Excellency Sajida Mohammed, Minister of Health, His Excellency Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim, Honorable State and Deputy Ministers of Health, representatives from the National Mental Health Department, UNICEF representative Dr. Edward, Australian High Commissioner, my colleagues from WHO, a very good evening to you all. It's an honor for me to speak at this August gathering about an issue that lies at the heart of our collective well-being, mental health. Today marks a significant milestone for the Maldives with the launch of the National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan 2025 to 2029. We extend our congratulations to Excellencies from the Ministry of Health and Government of Maldives. This plan is not merely a policy document, it is a testament to the government and the Ministry of Health's unwavering commitment to make mental health a national priority. Developed through a robust and inclusive process, this plan brings together the voices of those with lived experience, families, healthcare professionals, community leaders, and various organizations. The action plan outlines a comprehensive strategy from promoting mental well-being and preventing mental health conditions to ensuring access to quality care, combating stigma, and building a stronger mental health workforce. It also emphasizes the critical importance of integrating mental health into primary health care and other sectors, recognizing that mental health is a societal issue that touches every aspect of our lives. It is noteworthy to share a milestone achieved by the National Mental Health Department, the first anniversary of the National Mental Health Helpline. Over the past year, this essential service has undoubtedly saved lives and provided critical support to people in need. In this transformative journey, WHO is proud to stand alongside the Government of Maldives and partners. We are committed to supporting the implementation of this strategic action plan. We extend our deep gratitude to the First Lady and the Minister of Health for their leadership and commitment in advancing mental health initiatives in the country. As we look ahead and plan for the future, it is crucial that implementation is sustained and supported. By encouraging collaboration, investing in capacity building, and making mental health a priority in the public health agenda, we can establish a future where everyone has access to quality mental health care in the Maldives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, WR. Next, I would like to invite the UNICEF representative to the Maldives, Dr. Edward Adai, to deliver his remarks. UNICEF representative to the Maldives, Dr. Edward Adai.
I would find my remarks. Sometimes they get lost. Your Excellency, Madam Sajida Mohammed, the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, thank you very much for coming. Honorable Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim, I know why His Excellency is laughing. You don't make the same mistake twice. Thank you for your leadership. My colleagues from WHO, Your Excellencies, I always call them my sisters and brothers. I'm very much at home in the Ministry of Health, so allow me to address them as my brothers and sisters who are driving the health agenda of this country. Thank you for the leadership, but thank you for your partnership. And my colleague from the Australian Embassy, he's one of the champions of mental health in this country, and we thank you for your partnership and the team, and through you to the team. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Kihine? I can't hear you. Kihine? Rangalo, it's very important that we are all well. And if Your Excellency, we want you to be well. It's very important to us. For me, joining my colleague from WHO today to launch the mental health strategic plan is a real honor. And for me, it's also a pivotal moment in our journey towards mental health in the Maldives. Over the past years, Your Excellency, a lot has happened under the leadership of the Ministry of Health and the Department of Mental Health, and definitely our colleagues from the mental health departments as well. I want to tell you with a lot of pride that I'm a secret client to the mental health line 1677. And each time I have called, through you, Honorable Minister, your team is excellent. They respond, they are patient, and they are professional. I want to invite all of us, I don't know them, but I want to invite us to give them a big round of applause. These are the unsung heroes and heroines behind the work that we do. I'm proud to say Mental Health Line 1677 hasn't failed me. They are good people there. So thank you, and I know you are doing something to make it functional. Your Excellency, we've also been working with the ministry on the draft mental health bill. We hope you will help us to get it out as we get out the strategic plan. Last year, we also established the collective impact platform that brought a lot of us together to think about mental health and to help drive the agenda. The mental health department, I think she's Shahu as well, isn't she? The head of the mental health department is our friend. And she's very, very passionate. Where is she? I saw her here. I want to thank her personally for her leadership and for the work that she continues to do. Mr. Minister, she makes you very proud. Thank you very much, Shahu. They are all my sisters, so allow me to acknowledge them. But the National Center for Mental Health, Your Excellency, the First Lady, they are doing a lot of work. They are helping drive the agenda, and they are always present in the dialogue, helping us keep mental health on the back burner. Through you, I want to thank them as well for the work they are doing. I know they have long queues at the moment, but they are looking for innovative approaches to dealing with it. We have been working with the Australian Embassy also in Kuldufushi, trying to bring children, young people, to the forefront of the fight against mental health. And indeed, that's one of the things that I hope we can continue to push and advance and make it systemic. So thank you very much for the work you are doing on the ground and at the macro level. Because it's easy to act at the macro level and things don't happen on the ground. I can tell you, Your Excellency, this team is trying hard. And I hope through you to His Excellency the President, they will be acknowledged. The Kihine campaign is also running. It's a communication campaign that is aiming at reducing the stigma associated with mental health. The Ministry of Education is also striving very hard to advance the Helping Adolescents Thrive agenda. If our adolescents don't thrive, our country will not move forward. So through you, I want to thank the Minister of Education as well. But today, we are bringing all the pieces together by taking another critical step forward. And this step is the launch of the National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan, which the Ministry of Health has been leading. We are doing this because mental health is one of the defining challenges of our time. In the past, when people hear mental health, they think of something very, very different. Today, it's with us. Today, we have a good understanding of mental health. The reality, Your Excellency, is that mental health, as you heard from my colleague from WHO, touches every part of our society. From children, to young people, to families, to schools, to communities, and to workplaces. Yet, for far too long, it has remained a silent struggle, hidden behind closed doors, and unfortunately weighed down by stigma and misunderstanding. Thankfully, today we understand it and we know what to do. The reality is that mental health issues don't just appear overnight. They often start small with subtle signs of stress, anxiety, and emotional strain. If ignored, these stress build up over time, becoming more complex and more difficult to manage, both at home and within health facilities. Like a tiny crack in a foundation, what begins as a manageable stress can deepen into something far, far, far more serious. Today, many young people in Maldives and elsewhere are crying for mental health support. Their cries manifest as anxiety in classrooms and sometimes with their exams, concerns with their bodies and with their relationships, unfortunately, by taking drugs, and sometimes through self-harm and suicidal tendencies. We need to hear these cries. The children are crying, your people are crying, and we see it manifest in different ways. But we need to do more than hearing. We need to respond to their cries. And that's why early action is key. Your Excellency, the First Lady, to truly make a difference to these young people, to truly respond to them in the context of our strategic action plan, please help us accelerate actions in at least 5 areas. The first is to build resilience and coping skills among our young people. This can happen through social and emotional learning from early childhood, and also through integrating mental health into schools and into the school curriculum. The stresses are many and they will not go away. We need to build resilience and coping skills. Second, I suggest we promote mental health screening, early detection, and psychological first aid so that the warning signs are caught early and the stress does not turn into crisis. Third, we need to expand the mental health services. And there are innovative approaches to expanding mental health services. But we need to also do something about counselors in the Ministry of Health and in schools. I spoke to one counselor, and what she told me a school counselor, and what she told me is that the teachers got better pay and they did not. I don't have the facts, but we need to look after our counselors in schools and in our health facilities. We need more psychiatrists and psychologists, and we need to accelerate the expansion of our mental health professionals and our facilities. Fourth, we need to look after the hens that are laying our golden eggs, the National Center for Mental Health. Please, let's look after them, let's nurture them. We lose them, we lose an important part of our system. But more importantly, we need to work with them to reduce the waiting times. A lot of your people are leaving the islands to come here for mental health services. The queues are long. And lastly, we need to continue with our advocacy and communication in our efforts to break the stigma and drive more investments in mental health. Your Excellency, we also need your help to ensure that this mental health strategic plan that you will be launching today, Your Excellency, is more than just a document. And indeed that, under your leadership, it galvanizes us into action, serves as a roadmap, and reinforces our collective commitment to transforming mental health in the Maldives. Under your leadership, we would like to reinforce a simple but powerful message across the whole country and beyond, that there can be no health and well-being without mental health. With your permission, I want to repeat that. There can be no health and well-being without mental health. I want to begin to bring my remarks to a conclusion by expressing my deepest gratitude through the Minister of Health to your entire staff of the Ministry of Health and through the government of Maldives for paying attention to this important issue. And indeed, for supporting Shahu and her team in leading this effort, bringing us together, and for making, through you, Your Excellency, mental health a priority. You would not be here if it was not a priority. We are really encouraged by your presence. And indeed, we are lucky to have you here to launch the strategic plan. I believe we are at an important and critical stage in our fight against the growing prevalence of mental ill health in the Maldives. A stage in which we are lucky to have the leadership, we are lucky to have the teams, we are lucky to have the commitment, and more importantly, we are lucky to have the momentum to create lasting change in the country. I'd like to conclude once again with a poem, a short poem on the incremental and cumulative impact of stress. And this is how it goes. With each stress, the body keeps a score, and the past leaves a mark. But learning to feel, to name, and to grow builds strength from within. And through the lessons that we share, resilience rises with love and with care. Through kindness, through skills, through service, and through lessons, we become better. But with each step we take forward, we rewrite the story of mental health, and we soften the pain of mental health. Imen, Ekiga, Duha, Hiyo, Oga, then Mustaga, Balaka. Together, I believe we can build a healthier, more compassionate Maldives. UNICEF commits to accompany you on this journey. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Edward. We recognize and appreciate the efforts of WHO and UNICEF in addressing mental health and psychological support across all areas, and we assure you that we are committed to working with you as a key partner. Agenda ga Korea deng oti National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan iftitah kurung. National Mental Health Strategic Plan iftitah ko devuma divehi Raajjeyge Izzateri Raisu Jumhuriyage Ambika Balung Madam Sajida Muhammad Garihum warang adabar kamayak danawang. शुक्रिया फर्स्ट लेडी आद रस्मियात का दिन वाह का फुर्दा कवानी सिहत आबे वजीर अब्दुल्ला नाजिम इब्राहिम सिहत आबे वजीर अब्दुल्ला नाजिम इब्राहिम
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला रसूलिल्लाह Raajjeyge Siyaasee Mashrah Jumhuriyage Lubwati Ambikambadung, Madam Sajida Muhammad, WHO representative to the Maldives, UNICEF representative to the Maldives, Australian High Commissioner, Haziru Vedanti Bevi Emha Befulung, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ade Mire algon libe emme bodu hinghamache humaki nata ufalaki mi muhimmo action plan iftah ko de mataka sarkaruge em mati level dum algonmenna libifawa ahamiyat sabit ko de mataka warabburakon uluvum wes first lady bekan ko de mataka algonmenge dawat gabul krava wada ende devum ei algonmenna libe warabbodu hinghamache hume warabbodu ufale warabbodu sharafe adi mikama deve samalukan sarkaruge fembaruga wara rangalan hama wegen dakame umayku wara ikhlasirikamaku Ministry of Health mikam goluwa huriya befun ganamuga madam wara ikhlasirikamak shukur dannawa mige behafta kuri mimahuge kuri ko algon huri Geneva ga WHO ge executive board meeting ek e meeting ga agenda kure un kantatta hoge terega mental health working khasako waki agenda e khasa kuravage wara fula daira ga mashwara kure uniru algondu e adu hangini duniyege emme gina qawmutakakun ekkamegga miharu emme boda kambodowa ekkamege gotuga mikam mani faha kuraifa danno mi ulani duniyege mi kambodun otiki waki algonmenge nunkan warak gina gawmtuga mikaman huri gonjehuntaka mikamun aragat mattaka kuran huri masakket hoga wahaka wara fula dairaga dakkumundaka algonmen kuran huri kantatta warak gina egotun miedu algonmen madam mi iftah ko devi National Mental Health Strategic Action Plan aki mikamuga algonmen kuran huri masakketta wara ritiko kala hudun dievi එමගුන් අල්ගොන් මෙන්න කන්තත්ත ඉරාද කුරවියා තම්ෆීස් කුරවිජනම මියදු එන් හාලතවර මා රංගලු හාලතකන් ඉරාද කුරවියා මිකමුග අල්ගොන් මෙන්න දෙබේන කමුගේ ෆෙහි සිගනල් අල්ගොන් මෙන්න දේ ඩොකියුමන්ට් WHO en gabul kurani algon kuri meden navi hen mikamuge muhimmu kamu mikamuge serious kamu mikama muli duniya samadu wefawa minbarum health nizame furihame nuye mental health ege terega rangala furihame shamil numa gotaka umayeko meduge sarkaru rais dr muhammad muizge health siyasatuga mikama warabod iskame devwa fave rais ke wahak fuluga daadi hekaddu qawma muhatab kurwa rayit majlis ga dekke wahak fuluga wes mikama ishara kurwa mikama manik faano kurwan rawafawa kantataka manik faano ga siyasatuga mikama deifawa samalkan warrangalan hamakod devi megen ramza koddeni dev rajyege sahi nizam irad kurwiya batta vegen dani mental health ega furihama yang himene gota midinnavi miedu iftah kurwen strategic plan ga huri masaketa tamfiz kurewum dani gota mikamuga algon menna kamiya bittake balibe daadi hekaddo mege de tindos kurin algon men faha kuri dev rajyega foratama migota qaim kurewun service kaderu khidmat de helpline eng haru furunu duwas waragina etan has dive rayitunne a helpline khidmat bani hoddawafa UNICEF representative demme e faha kurevi ekamuga ulwa mozafunge buna masakatuge wahaka algodo ebeflunge e masakata asari baha sabastanwa divehi mujtamauge nafsani dolehokan kashor kurma algon kurin dennabi hen sarukarum midani ginaguna masakatake kuramu egotum miedaki algon kurin denne fadain nafsani sihatai nafsani dolehokama iskandinuma algon men kuramunda daturuga faha kolla bingale elunu duhe miedu mi iftitah kuravige mida national mental health strategic action plan dehas fansavi hun dehas nawavi hami tamsir korani dolehokamuge muhimmu bayge gotuga nafsani sihhatu kuriyarumuge muhimmu kan migatun qawmuge siyasat takasha adi bainal aqwami usul taka eggwa gotuge matin adi miharwes kuremunda masakketta hoge macca binako hedifawa mi plan ga qawmuge nafsani sihhatuge beenun takan anna badal taka riyayakom hallu hoduma strategy take wani khanda elifa idan nabi strategic action plan ki kuriyan we fasahara rajyege nafsani sihhatuge nizamge misrabta khanda ala dene plan nafsani sihi khidmata primary health care gulwa ආබාදීගේ හුරියා එම්මෙන්න බස් මේ හිදමෙ ලිබේන ගොයි කෂවර කුරුමුගේ මුහිම කමකි මේ ප්ලෑන් ගේ මෑගඩු එන් අසස් මේ ප්ලෑන් ගා නෆ්සානී සිහතුගේ සියාසතක ගයිඩ්ලයින් තන් එකුලවාදම සිහි ඛිදමත්රින්ගේ කාබිල්කන් ඉතුරු කුරුමා නෆ්සානී සිහතුගේ මසලතක ගුලිගෙන් හුන්න තෆාත් කුරුන්ත කුඩ කුරුන් හිමිනිෆාවාන එගතුන් රාජ්‍යයේ ආබාදිය නෆ්සානී සිහතුගේ ज़रूरी ඛිදමත් ෆෝර් කොද්දිනුන් අවස් කුරුමා iskande fiolata bayan ko fawane migotun nafsani bali durala dinigatuma balige kurikologa farwa devene nizame qaim kuruma eku mujtama vilunteri kuruma eku ituru kuruma vilunteri kan ituru kuruma gulegatun mi strategic action plan ga balale fawane nota iskande fawane kude shakkende femwar rangalu sihi nizame sihi khidmat libidena intizamu hamajessma sihi wazarain algon me midani bodu masakette kuramu mekamuga emme muhimmu kamaki ikhlas terikan iskuruma mekamuga farwa terikan behettuma adi eddu hon anedduha kuriyara daane magakun masakete tartib kurefa hunu nafsani sihatge dairaga insani wasilataka umrani wasilata madum fada gonjehunta hurinamaves mi gonjehunta haki mekamun aragatuman algon men fahatan baladaane balada mekamuga nudeki mi gonjehuntakon ibrahim hasil ko kuri gendiyumaki meduge sarukaruge siyasatu algon mege amazaki evves farudaku baki noko adi tafatu noko jismani adi nafsani dolheukan kashor kurumuge masakkai barak kuriya gendiyu khidmat dinuma mihar dimawa gonjehuntakon aragatum algon kurin dennebi hen service kadiruge khidmat for kodde nafsani sihatuge qawmi helpline ge khidmat bani qaim kuravi en hardos kadattu kuraifa kuriya reifawa kankam ke terega raisul jumhuriya ge riyasi bayanu ka fah kurai fadai mental health an khas markaz e qaim kurun tawal kurai fave avatte sarkar india sarkar ge hitir kama ko mi markaz bina kur mattaka kuranche masaketta මිහාරු දනි තයාරිත දනි වමු අධිමයාකු අතොල්තරේග මෙහිදම ෆලා කුර්මට්ටකාවෙස් කන්තතකේ රේවි කුරිය ගෙන්ද වෙන වාහක දන්නවා නෆ්සානි බලිතහකි දිගු මුද්දතක දෙමිගෙන් හිඟාදානේ අදි එෆද බලිත බොඩු හේද එක්කුරෙන් ජෙදාන ෆද බලිතකමු මිෆද බලිතන් ಹುನ್ನ ಫರಾಯತಕ ಕುರಿಮತಿವಾ ಗೊಂಜೆಹುಂತೋಗೆ ಸೌಬಂ ಆಮ್ಮು ದಿರಿಯುಳು ಮಶಾ ಅದಿ ಅಮಿಲ್ಲ ಫುದುಂತರಿಕಮ ಬೊಡತಿ ಗೊಂಜೆಹುಂತಕೆ ಕುರಿಮತ್ಲಾಂಜೆ ಅದಿ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ಉಫದ್ದುಂತರಿಕಮ ಶಾ ಎ ಫರಾಯತಹುಗೆ ಆಯಿಲಾತಕ ನೇದೆವೆ ಅಸರು ಕುರಾಕಮಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಮೆಂ ಎಮ್ಮೆನ್ ದನ್ನಕಮೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕುರ್ಮಕಿ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ಉಫದ್ದುಂತರಿಕಮ ಮಿದೆನ್ನೆ ವಿಸವರ್ತಕ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕುರುಂ ಮಿಕಮಂ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ಇಕ್ಸೋದ್ ಮಿಕಮಂ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕುರುಂ ಸಬಂ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ಇಕ್ಸೋದಂ ಏಗೆ ಮಂಫಾ ಇಂತಿಹಾಯ ಕುರಾನ್ ಅದಿ ಕೌಮುಗೆ ಉಫದ್ದುಂತರಿಕಂ ಇತುರು ಕುರ್ಮಟ್ಟಕ ತರಕಿ ಕುರಂಬಿ ಮುಹಿಮ್ಮು ಎ ದಾಯಿರಾ ಕಿಸ್ಮಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ಗೆ ವಾಹಕ ನಿಮ್ಮಾಲುಮ ಕುರಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡ್ ವರಬಡ ವರ I would like to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to WHO, UNICEF and Australian Embassy for their support coming to reach to this level, producing this document and all other supports that you have been providing to health sector of the Maldives. Thank you very much. Wahaka nimmalum kuring sahi daira kankan kuriyaru mattaka meduge sarkaru khasako raisul jumhuriya ham gawayadun kankan ballava guluwa devwa hivvara devwa lafafla devwa resourcettaka algon warak ikhlasarikama shukr dannawa rais Dr. Muhammad Muizuge sahi siyasatu battan kurayfawani washajhe nizamege terega beswarwa koddinuma bes baliumuge kuring balin rakkatirbe tibuma adi mental health fada qawmi badati masalataka egen faada kurwani nizamege terega algon menge sihi nizamage hori nizami kantattaka hew badal genoma kiwes miyadge sarkaruge waram muhim siyasate algon menge emmen danna emme bodu haqiqataki abodu base kokkoggen algon menna mikamga kamyab liben nekka algon menge nizamuge hori loopholes taka address kurevige menuwi algon men da menuwa sihi nizam algon men hoda nugane veneka asanda nizam reform kuruma miharu base farwa dinumuga algon men engule nizam hardana kuruma adi hamayako balitakun rakkatirve tiumattaka muli mujtama heluntari kuruma ekan emagun gendiumattaka qanuni onigadu hardana kuruma alanje fiolten eluma me huriha kame washajhe nizamege tere la mehigen nuni algon men beenumwa sihi duleheo mujtabe qaim nukurwen kan ei kodwe shakke ikkamennu rais Dr. Muhammad Muizuge siyasata battan kuraifa hori mimerumu mimagun irad kurevia algon men mimisrabuga kuriyak gos adavre ma ufairi madamai irad kurevia dekena algon men emmen gulige mikura masakatu mikamga algon men kamiyabi teken hasil qurana wahaka nimmalumu kurin mikamga ehiterwedwa health professionals sihi dairaga masay kurabba huriha befunna doctorunna naruhunna health allied health professionals mi huriha befunna algon waran ikhlasarika ma shukr dannama adi khasakun hama warabrokum masay kurabba mi dohoge munasabatu gotum mental helpline mental national mental health department ge huriha mawzafun kurabba brama sakata war ikhlasarika ma shukr dannama adi wasafar madam mi hafla sharafari ko devma wadayen devi kamataka war ikhlasarika ma shukr dannama huriha befunna war bajari rekan edemu miriya wakivelana assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh
शुक्रिया मिनिस्टर नाजिम मी रस्मियात शरफर कोदवा नेशनल मेंटल हेल्थ स्ट्रेटेजिक एक्शन प्लान इफ्तिताह कोदवे कमट्टका दिवे राज्यगे इज्जतेरी रईसुल जुमहूरियागे अंबिकंबलुं मैडम साजिदा मोहम्मद वरं इखलास तेरिकमाक शुक्र दर्नवं दुनियागे सिहत जमिया अदि यूनिसेफुं नफ्सानी सिहत के कांकं कुरियरु मट्टका वेदवा गिनगुण एहि तेरिकमा एब्बाडलुं फाहागको हास शुक्र दर्नवं ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸೆಹತ್ ಕುರಿಯರುಮಂ ಅಮಾಸ್ಕೊ ತಯಾರು ಕುರವುನು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಎಕುಲವಾಲುಂಗಾ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ಕಾ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊದ್ದೆವಿ ಟೀಮಶಾ ಅದಿ ಎಬ್ಬಾಡುಲುಂದೆವಿ ದೌಲತ್ಗೆ ಹುರಿಹಾ ಇದಾರಾತಕ ಮುಅಸ್ಸಸಾತಕ ಅದಿ ಎಹೆನೆ ಬೈನಲ್ ಅಗ್ವಾಮಿ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿ ತಕ ಮದನಿ ಜಮಿಯಾ ಜಮಾಅತ್ ತಕ ಶುಕ್ರ್ ದನ್ನವಂ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸೆಹತ್ಗೆ ಕಂಕನ್ ರಾಜ್ಯಗ ಕುರಿಯರು ಮತ್ತಿಯ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಬೇಫುಳುಂ ಕೊದ್ದೆವಾ ಮಸಕ್ಕತಕ ವೆಸ್ ಮಿ ಫುರ್ಸತ್ಗ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗಾ ಶುಕ್ರ್ ದನ್ನವಂ ವಶಾಜೆ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತೆಂ ಹೋದೇಣಿ ಎಮ್ಮೆಂ ಎಕುಗ ಗುಳಿಗೆ ಮಸಕೆ ಕೊಗ್ಗೆಂ ಮಿಫದ ಮಾಹೌಲೆ ಗಾಯಂ ಕುರ್ಮಂ ಅಳ್ಮೆಂ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ಮೀಹೆಗೆ ವೆಸ್ ದೌರೆಂ ಅದಿ ಜಿಮ್ಮಾಯವೆ ಅಳ್ಮೆಂಗೆ ದುಆಯಕಿ ದಿವೆಹಿ ರಾಜೆಗೆ ಮುಜ್ತಮೆಕಿ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಗೊತುನ್ ದುಳಹೆಯೋ ನಫ್ಸಾನಿ ಸಿಹತೆಂ ಹೇಲುನ್ ತೆರಿವೆಟ್ಟೆ ಕಮ್ಗಾವೆಗೆಂದಿಯುಂ ಮಿಕಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಯೋ ತೌಫೀಗಾ ಮದದ್ ಅಲ್ಲಾಹ್ ಸುಬ್ಹಾನಹು ವ ತಆಲಾ ಅಳ್ಮೆನ ಮಿಂಬರು ಕುರವುಂ ಆಮೀನ್ ಮಿ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ್ಗಾ ಬ್ಯಾರ್ ವಡಾಗೆಂ ದೆವ್ವೀತಿ ತಿಯ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಹಾ ಬೇಫುರ್ನ ಶುಕ್ರ್ ದರ್ನವಂ ಮಿಹಿಸಾಬು ಮಿರೇಗೆ ರಸ್ಮಿಯಾತ್ ನಿಮುನಿ ತೆ ಬೇಫುಳಂಗೆ ಶರಫ್ಕಾ ತಯ್ಯಾರು ಕುರೇಫಾವಾ ಫರಿಕೊಳೆ ಹೋಲ್ಗೆ ಬೇರುಗಾ ವಣಿ ತಯ್ಯಾರು ಕುರೇಫಾ ಬಾಜವೇರಿಯ ಗಂಡಕಂ ಎದೆನ್ ವಸ್ಸಲಾಮ್ ಅಲೈಕುಂ ವರಹ್ಮತುಲ್ಲಾಹಿ ವಬರಕಾತ್